And former President Trump's false claims over the 2020 election being stolen are another key issue in today's high-stakes primaries. To be clear, the results were certified by all 50 states, led by Republicans and Democrats. Accusations of fraud were examined by 60 courts of law, including Republican and Democratic judges, 18 of them appointed by President Trump. They were also investigated by the Attorney General at the time, Bill Barr, who was appointed by President Trump as well, and no widespread fraud was found. But despite that, all but one of the candidates in the crowded race for Republican nomination for Senate in Ohio have embraced Trump's claims that the election was stolen. So let's bring in 538 senior elections analyst Nathaniel Rakich for more on this. Nathaniel, let's talk about this Ohio Senate race. What are you watching for? Senate race. What are you watching for? And could the results tell us about the direction of the Republican Party?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I'm watching to see who wins. It's a very close race right now. In the latest poll, you've had J.D. Vance, who is Donald Trump's endorsed candidate, taking 26% of the vote. Matt Dolan, who is the one candidate who you mentioned has not embraced Trump's false fraud claims, at 22%. And then Josh Mandel, who is also pretty Trumpy and has the support of like Senator Ted Cruz and some of the really hardcore conservative wing of the party. He's at 21%. And there are also two other candidates who could conceivably be in the mix. So, the winner of this race is going to be, they're going to come from a different wing of the party, regardless of who wins.
Now, a new ABC News Washington Post poll shows 60% of Republicans want the GOP to follow former President Trump's leadership. So how much weight does a Trump endorsement carry right now? And what do you think is at stake for the MAGA movement?
Yeah, that's the $1 million question, right? If J.D. Vance, Trump's endorsed candidate, wins, you'd have to consider that a win for Trump and a win for his personal clout in particular. It's a big open question whether, now that he's not president anymore, if he's going to have the same kind of influence with the Republican base. And of course, that has implications for how strong of a 2024 presidential candidate he might be if he's challenged by someone like Ron DeSantis. If you see someone like Josh Mandel winning, he is Trumpy but isn't supported by Trump, that could say that there is a path forward for Republicans who want to kind of follow Trump's policies and his rhetoric, but they aren't necessarily so wedded to him as a person and a politician. And of course, that could also have implications for 2024. And then if Dolan wins, you'd be looking at obviously a somewhat anti-Trump candidate winning, which would be a bit of an upset. But I think that would probably be because the pro-Trump candidates are splitting the vote.
And Nathaniel, he has former President Trump has backed other candidates, gubernatorial, for example, who haven't even made it this far. So how much does this balance out against that?
Yeah, so overall, Trump's approval or his endorsement record is still very strong. Something like 98%, I believe, of the candidates he endorsed last cycle have won. Obviously, we're very early in the cycle this year, so it's still, very much to be determined. This is, I think, the first big test of the power of his endorsement this year. But even if Vance loses, I think we should wait and see how his next couple of candidates win. And if they also lose, then maybe, yeah, there's something to this narrative that Trump is losing his grip on the party. All
right, Nathaniel Rakich from 538. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.